Welcome back. It's time for us to head once again into the Old Schoolhouse. The doors are locked. The front doors are locked. This will be our third time going down into the Old Schoolhouse. The layout had really shifted around last time. I'd better finish everything up and prep before heading in. Should we get this show on the road? After you finish exploring the Old Schoolhouse, the time of day will advance to evening. As a result, all daytime bonding events and quests will expire. Use the Old Schoolhouse key. Now, what? Feeling. It's like before. Really must be something down in here. Anyway, let's get this party started. Everyone from Class 7 has said they're willing to come along. Now, who should I call? Valimar! What? Let's get Elisa, Laura, and No. I mean, yeah, but I can switch it up later. So, Emma, and... Fee. I think that's sort of like what I want my group to be, but swap Emma and Eustace around. Like, I'll do it later, you know. Those two really don't seem like they're going to work well together. Okay, let's get this investigation started. Everyone ready? Ready whenever you are. I've been informed of what you discovered during your previous investigations. I'll not slow us down, of that you can be certain. Alright, counting on you. After what happened last time, there's no telling what we're in for. Keep your wits about you, everyone. It's like, let's swap you over. Definitely not putting those two in the same group, really, because it's like, there'll be issues is the best way of putting it. There'll be issues. You need to sort out their quartz and stuff, because it's like, we got unlocked slots here, so... I don't want ATS on you, really. Suppose that could be helpful. Put the attack back in for you, actually. Like you got a lot you can have now. Like, EP cut would be very, very, very good. EP recovers on field, enemies drop more Sepith. And that's just generally good to begin with, isn't it? Chances of you using Earth Arts are more. That hair, it's just like... I don't really care for that. Let's get you EP. I'd like it over here, but I haven't got that unlocked, so... Probably wise to go that route. Yeah, HP up. HP up seems... Put that... Ooh. Let's put that... Actually, thinking about it, I do need to swap out Angel. Here, recovers 25, blah, 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 blah. Put in this, potency of healing items. Apparently, if I level that up, it becomes very, very good. So, start on leveling it up. I like the idea of mute there, to be honest. Move could be good. Blind could be very, very good. Accuracy. Yeah. Movement does feel like generally good at this point. But I still feel like that would be a good idea in terms of just staying alive, really. I should really swap out these things. They'll be useful to you on... I think we'll leave it for now, because it's sort of the case of like, I still need some slots unlocked. So we'll see how it plays out. Alright, so what we got in terms of the elevator. So this is the elevator that you mentioned. It does seem rather mysterious. Another light's lit up on the main panel too. Looks like we can go down as far as the 3rd floor now. When did that happen? How does the system operate? Anyway, let's check out what the 3rd floor has in store for us. Need to investigate whether anything else has changed this month. Third floor. The Old Schoolhouse, 3rd floor. So, this is the 3rd floor, and a massive door much like the others. I think it's fair to assume that we'll find strong monsters lurking inside. Yeah, I think we can safely assume we're not headed for a picnic. Alright, let's be careful out there, everyone. Alright, best make sure we heal up though, because we change a few things, so... yeah, our HP's lowered, all that type of stuff.
Please be careful, everyone.
Come to think of it, I seem to remember the instructor saying something about our combat links before the exams began. Something about using them at a much more advanced level. Heard that too. She mentioned being more aware of each other's presence, allowing us to cooperate more effectively. Yeah, not totally sure what she was getting at, but I'm betting we'll figure it out soon enough. We should keep what she said in mind while we are fighting. We now use the Rush Link Attack. A powerful link attack, which consumes the bravery points you gain from repeated assist attacks. Press triangle when the link attack appears. Yeah, we get the idea of it pretty quickly. Right, so, now we got that scene out of the way. Our planning here is very much to have another discussion, another theory type thing going on, but I'm not entirely sure whether or not it will potentially spoil anything in Cold Steel 2 or 3, so it might be going on that territory. So here's a time code, very much right now. So if you want to jump past this to the boss, it'll probably be as the scene select anyway, but, you know, just to be sure, give people the opportunity. So, let's pass over to future me. You know how this works. So we're very much going with the thing I mentioned previously when we were speaking to Beryl on the rooftop at one point. And this thing that I've decided to call a latent image. Now, latent image is an actual thing. It's like an invisible image produced by exposure of light on a piece of film. Yeah, it's sort of like you need to do stuff to make it be revealed. Like X-rays are a certain form of a latent image is the best way of putting it. It's not a one-to-one thing, it's just the idea of it's hidden until exposed. Yeah, so that's why I'm calling it a latent image. And the latent image to me in this is very much the idea of the perception people have. It started as like this little thing I was noticing with Rean here and there. This idea that he's got this perception about things, and they keep mentioning it. Rather than it just being this side thing like, oh, this explains why you can see people on the map. It's like, he does keep mentioning, like, keep pointing out more than he needs to. Like, at one point, it was very much like, there's no one on this floor. Like, why did you didn't need to tell me that. Like, we understand how it works. You didn't need to explain that at that point. You brought it up again, and again, and again. And he does it across Cold Steel, he keeps bringing it up. So at first, it was like, okay, that seems a bit strange. And then we got to Sky.
We have the advantage.
And it's very much the idea of Cassius has that as well, really, really well. He has it on a stupid level. That idea that he can perceive the way of things, perceive the way the world is. And we also had it with Zin in some regard, and we had it with some other sort of military-based characters and some martial arts-based characters. It's like it kept coming up, this idea of people perceiving things ahead of time. It's like,
we should be safe now.
Okay, that's very odd. And then we also had it with Lecter, in some regard. Very much got that feeling for it when we got to the Crossbell arc. Because it's just the way he was wording things, as if he knew certain events that were going to happen to the SSS. Which was just very strange, and that just made me sort of more alert of what was going on here and there. And then we get to Beryl, and she's saying, like, that idea of, like, what is it, the Orbital book. She was putting in, like, oh yeah, page 44. So my mind's very much like, how do these guys know these things? What are they feeding into? Like, because it all seems to be the same thing. If it was just the simple martial artist trope, where it's like, oh yeah, it's very perceptive. fine, but again, we've seen time and time again that Falcom use tropes. They use them time and time and time again to build a story and build upon the trope. The trope is the starting point. Again, that's what I noticed with Elisa, for instance. Very much like, yeah, she's a tsundere trope at the beginning, and then they build and develop her character from that. And it's a pattern that keeps repeating, that just this idea that, yeah, they go with tropes. They go with tropes over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and I keep pointing it out because it's important, it's relevant. So this again, it's like, it's got to be more than a martial artist trope. There's got to be some kind of thing these people that we've interacted with time and time again are feeding into, which is where this idea of what I'm calling the latent image comes into. If we're going with that idea that I mentioned several times, this idea that the world as I've been repeating or resetting, or there's different worlds, there's
treasure.
different dimensions, or like different timelines, all that type of stuff. It's like, maybe there's an image of
treasure chest.
what was there, or a perception of what was there before, a latent image, something that's hidden to most people. But these people are becoming aware of it. And probably the person out of everyone who's most aware of it is actually Lecter. But he's got not a trained perception of it, he's just got it naturally. He's aware of this latent image of either another world or a previous world. And that's what I feel is going on with this whole idea, and that's what I actually feel in terms of the gameplay is actually going on. Like the turn order I mentioned before, like Cassius is aware of the turn order to a massive degree. He knows how things are going to play out. We have that ability constantly in the gameplay. We always have it. It's the turn order. So maybe the turn order is actually part of the story, not just something in terms of gameplay.
It's a treasure chest!
That's what I feel is going on here. So if I ever refer to like the latent image, that's what it's going to be about now. Just that idea of a perception of the timeline having already played out. Whether or not that's going to be the case, though.
Oh, there's the end.
No idea, but we shall see. Right, now we can do the boss. No idea what I've said in the future at this point, obviously. I hope it was insightful. Hopefully I got all the chests and stuff.
This one looks strong.
That's one thing I was worried about. Hopefully you could tell that I was very worried about that. We should really see what you're vulnerable to. Try and get you on the right, Dunfer. Actually. So I think that what's best here. Anyway, a devil's minion mentioned in the testaments. Charms foes with wives, luring them into an eternal slumber. Unbalance is quite high. Action 2 is very good. If we can get several of them, that would be nice. Mute, blind, and poison. And S down. I'm thinking delay then. But on you. You're coming up first.
Go! Laura!
Of course!
Good bit of damage there. Ooh. Ooh, yes, I have to be very careful of that. Very, very careful. Want to get that out as quickly as possible, really. Let's go with the HP heal we got here.
Activate.
Of course!
Of course.
Shatter!
Hopefully she goes back. I don't know if she does she? No, she stays over there, which is an issue.
Thanks!
Thank you very much. It's my turn.
It is. Haven't got that ready anymore. I mean, that should work quite well against you too, so... That's the sort of thing like, I want to spread out, but I don't want to spread out at the same time. Make sure you stay alive.
Huh.
Now!
Might have been an idea to get rid of the burn. Laura looks like she's in a bit of a pickle.
It's my turn.
Again, would be nice to have that. And that gets rid of the abnormal status, which could be very, very helpful. Let's see whether or not Laura survives with this. Yeah, that gets a good delay out, though.
Go!
Just looking when Laura comes up, you see, so it's sort of like... Yeah. She might be okay.
This is nothing.
That sort of thing, like, should we take this opportunity to heal yourself up? And I'm thinking, yes. Because now we've got an idea of what they're doing. I want to do all the buffs and all that type of stuff. It's just like, just
Here we go.
get a feeling for what they were doing. And now it's like, motivate.
All right, let's do this.
Leave it
Leave it
to
to
me.
me.
Get another motivate out after this, if we can. Thinking... that on
Hear me.
Elisa. That combined with Elisa's
It's my turn.
blessed arrow would be very good for these two, you see.
Hang in there.
If I had an S-craft,
You
I'd
have
use
my
it right
thanks.
now as well. So that zero arts would worry me.
Oh, please.
Oh, please.
Right.
Think you can stop me? See if I get the defense down. Still going after this guy.
Now.
Got it.
Ooh, so close on another S-craft. Beckoning wave.
Go.
I'm gonna go with that motivate still.
All right, let's do this.
Understood.
Ah, damn, I was hoping that would not
Oh, no,
go
you
onto
don't.
Elisa. Oh, we got one
Sorry,
down.
everyone. It's my turn.
At least she woke. See, it's very much like... should really do Recurria.
Let's go.
That was my plan, was hoping she would stay awake, get Recurria going, get everything going again. It's like, ah! Emma
My
went
turn.
down. That was unfortunate. It was not what's the plan.
Thank
So
you
now
very
she lost her
much.
CP, you see.
Go.
Okay, so... don't really need that. Go with the delay. I was hoping that would do a bit more than that.
Too slow.
It's my turn.
It is, isn't it? But let's get you linked back up. You're gonna go after. I need that HP heal, like, now, really. So I'm thinking we
Let's
bring
go.
that out. Put that on you, maybe something. I don't know. So I need to just stop you a little bit. Maybe I should have changed over to Eustace. Try and get his delay out a little bit. Might have been worthwhile. Well, it seemed to work, whatever I did.
have my thanks.
Thank you very much.
My turn.
Okay, our strength's still fine. Let's get the CP up, which could be helpful at this point, to be honest.
All right, let's do this.
Leave it
Yeah,
to me.
okay.
Like, while Rean's going down there, it's like... String Blessing could be good on him.
Hear me.
Thanks.
Right.
Right. Blessed Arrow.
Hang in there.
You have my
Thinking-
thanks.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
because we brought that about ourselves. I'm happy with that.
Flames.
It's like, it's the three of them there at the moment. It's like trying to get a good pattern. Difficult when you can thin their numbers. There's one down. It would have been fine if Emma hadn't died. I would have had a nice pattern, would have been around to what I wanted to do. we didn't get that,
Right.
obviously. Alright, so... I think we go for the defense down again.
Shatter! Off guard.
Rush, obviously.
Right, right.
It's my turn.
Those crits are not nice. I do not like those those crits exist right now. It's just like I do not like that. I don't like you having that crit. There's no way I can think of getting around that. Balance down is not really going to help us at this point.
Hear me.
You have my things.
Right.
I went past it, alright. Fine by me.
Hang in there.
You have my things.
Thank you very much.
We'll hold on to those S-crafts for now.
Too slow. Here we go.
So we're okay right now. Strength buffs are still there, so Arc Slash, but get Autumn Leaf Cutter, get both of them. I feel like that's probably better.
Go.
An opening.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Go.
Too many debuffs from these guys. No. No, I say. Seeing as we're down to 1.
Flames, gather on my blade. Strike.
Very much gone for a like building up CP kind of group, haven't I?
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, did alright. I'm not too happy with it, but you know. They're dead. Yay, we got some action 2s.
Not bad.
Yeah. Well, we won. So, that was this floor's guardian. Put things like that in here before. Correct. Although under ordinary circumstances, we would have dealt with it more effectively. Yeah, it's like... There doesn't seem to be much we can do for these two right now. Still... Is something the matter, Rean? Oh, I just think I might have worked out something about this place. Looks like we've explored as far as we can go for now. So let's head back outside. I'll teach you more then. Exploration party's bonds have been strengthened. Lovely. Sunset already, huh? We must have been down there for a long time this month, too. Thanks for your help today, everyone. There's no way I could have cleared that place out on my own. Don't mention it. What was that aha moment you had back there? Well, I think the Old Schoolhouse actually follows certain rules. Rules? Well, think about this. The first rule would be that there's always a door at the entrance to every floor. Second is that there's always a really tough monster waiting at the end. The third rule is that each month a new floor opens up for us to explore. When you lay out the facts like that, I can't deny them. It feels as though we're being tested by something or someone. Test? Guess when I stop and think about it, it does kind of feel that way. But even assuming that's true, who is it and why? It appears we have no choice but to continue these investigative excursions if we hope to find any answers. Yeah, it seems that way. Either way, we've gone as far as we can go today. Let's meet up again next time. Ooh. An additional bonding point, you say? Let's see what we've got around. Let's go spend some time in the library with Emma. Oh, that'll be rather lovely. Where is she? Where you at, Emma? There you are. Hey, Emma. What's up? Are you studying? I was doing research for the literature club, so I decided to take the opportunity to check my answers from our midterm. I was also thinking about reviving the material for our upcoming classes, too. You dominate the exam scoreboards for a reason. I should probably take a page from your book and start studying harder. And of course, I'll be cheering you on. Remember, I'm always here to help if you have any questions. Asking her to explain a few of the harder points from class might help me out in the long run. Yes. So this might be a bit out of the blue, but would you mind helping me out with some study-related questions? There are a few things we went over in class that I didn't understand all that well. It'll be my pleasure. Shall we get started then? I see. So this is where you apply this formula. That's right. You're a fast learner. That's high praise coming from you, Emma. How are you feeling about these midterms anyway? Expecting a good score? I'm not so sure about that. I did everything I possibly could, but the rest is in Adios' hands now. What about you, Rean? I'm actually feeling pretty good. I should score above the average at least. I'm looking forward to seeing our results. I'm especially curious about V's. Hey, Rean, stop. That's not how you do that. This calls for a different formula. You see, if you... Whoa. Are you paying attention? Oh, right. Sorry, like I was over there. Never really noticed it before, but compared to a lot of the other girls here, she's really filled out and, Whoa, Rean, come on. Get your head back in the right place. Right in between... No! Rean, all of a sudden, you've turned bright red. Are you okay? Do you feel feverish? No, I'm fine, I'm fine. It must just be the light from the sunset. In fact, I'm more than fine. I'm just great. Never felt better in my life. Okay then, if you say so. Let's move on to the next page. They kept studying until it was time for Rean to excuse himself. But because he suddenly found his mind otherwise occupied, wasn't able to retain much of what he learned. Yay! Auto tear. And we've also got Gaius here in the Septian Church. Fancy meeting you here, Rean. Hey there, Gaius. Did you come to pray? Yeah. The sun's starting to set, so I figured I'd come along and give my thanks for another fulfilling day. Wow. You're pretty pious, Gaius. Yep. Thinking back, we first met here on the day of the entrance ceremony, too. So we did. Hard to believe it's already been almost 2 months since then. Could I join him in prayer? Yes. Mind if I join you? I have some things I need to pray for, too. You're always welcome. Let us pray, then. Rean and Gaius remained silent as they offered their prayers. That should do. Which reminds me, actually. From the North Highlands, aren't you? So far away from here, but you still revere Adios, don't you? Of course. It's said that Emperor Dracos himself appeared to the church once the War of the Lions came to a close. Because of that, even now, a traveling priest visits regularly. Well, classes, kind of like your Sunday school here. Ah. But we also revere the winds that blow through the Highlands just as much as we do the goddess herself. This has been a tradition passed down by our ancestors ever since they first set foot in the Highlands. The winds and the goddess, huh? Would that mean you hold Sunday school out among the fields or something? You're honestly not too far off. Most of our classes are held outside. I learned a lot from the traveling priest who was there when I was younger. What he taught me back then even shaped who I am now. Wow. Maybe people really do meet because they're destined to do so. I've come to appreciate the idea much more than ever since I arrived at Thors. Meeting you and the rest of our classmates is among the most meaningful events of my life so far. I'm amazed you can say stuff like that with a straight face. Oh, come on. Who do you think I get that from? Can't mean me. Just take a moment to think about some of the stuff you've told us. As cheesy as you can get, though, I think that's one of your good points. Maybe I should cut down on the heartfelt speeches from now on. Maybe. Level up, boo. Counterattack. I would say though, if I was coming from like Sky and Crossbell at this point, I'd be very suspicious of Gaius. Like, he's got some connection going on with the church. Clearly got some connection going on with the church. He's in the church all the time. He's talked about this priest that kept visiting him and stuff like that. And he's got a tattoo on his arm. The tattoo is what would make me very, 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 very suspicious of him in regards to certain things. Should be obvious. So, we'll see how that plays out anyway. But that's us done for this part. We'll see in the next part when we do a little bit of rounds and then, I suppose, go back to the dorm. Yes, we'll see you then. Ta-ta for now.